Hello friends, welcome back to Biovidyalaya. I hope you all are doing very well. Here in this video we are going to discuss about photorespiration or C2 cycle. In our previous video we discussed about Calvin cycle. If you didn't watch that video then the link is here in the up right corner. Please go through that. Before going to begin, if you would like to watch more lecture videos on different topics for CSIR NET or GATE Life Science Examination, please subscribe to my channel and also enable the bell icon so you will get notification when I upload new videos. So let's start. Photorespiration. Photorespiration is also known as C2 cycle, glycolide pathway, and one more name, oxidative photosynthetic carbon cycle. This C2 cycle and glycolide pathway is important. Please try to remember that. We know that in photosynthesis, carbon dioxide is taking in and oxygen is releasing out. Carbon dioxide is using for synthesis glucose molecule or sugar molecule. Okay. But here in photorespiration is happening in C3 plant and this is a harmful process. This is a mistake of C3 plant. So in photorespiration, we know that normally respiration means taking oxygen inside and given out carbon dioxide. Same here also. This photorespiration is happening in the presence of light. That's why photo, and respiration means that is taking oxygen and given out carbon dioxide. Okay. In Calvin cycle, we studied that enzyme ribosco is fixing carbon dioxide for synthesis glucose. But we also studied ribosco can fix both oxygen and carbon dioxide depending upon the environmental condition. So ribosco is a bifunctional enzyme. It catalyzes both carboxylation and oxygenation of RUBP. We know that RUBP is the carbon dioxide acceptor of the Calvin cycle. So it catalyzes, this ribosco is catalyzes both oxygenation and carboxylation and oxygenation of RUBP. So ribosco is a bifunctional enzyme. Calvin cycle uses carbon dioxide in the first step and leads to the production of sugar. The reaction that uses oxygen in the first step of photorespiration pathway. So, in Calvin cycle, in the first step of Calvin cycle, ribosco is fixing carbon dioxide and that will lead to the production of glucose molecule. 6 Calvin cycle is needed to produce 1 glucose molecule that we studied. And in photorespiration, in the first step of photorespiration, ribosco is fixing oxygen instead of carbon dioxide. And that will release carbon dioxide. Okay. Photorespiration will release carbon dioxide. That is a loss of fixed carbon. Okay. This carboxylation. In Calvin cycle, carbon dioxide is fixing. And that is synthesis 1 glucose molecule. But here in photorespiration, oxygen is fixing by ribosco. That is a mistake of ribosco. It is a problem of C3 plant. And that will release carbon dioxide. That means that is a loss of carbon. Okay. So here in photorespiration, glucose molecule is not synthesizing. So the photorespiration wastes energy and decrease sugar synthesis. Here you can see that carbon dioxide is fixing. This is Calvin cycle and by mistakes this same ribosco is fixing oxygen and that will lead to photorespiration. Here carbon dioxide is releasing out. Okay. So this photorespiration wastes energy and decrease sugar synthesis. Examples of such plants are rice, wheat, barley, potato, dandelions, etc. Okay. So let's see why this photorespiration is happening and in which condition ribosco is fixing oxygen instead of carbon dioxide. We know that plants has stomata. Here in this picture you can see that this is stomata. And these stomata are leaf pores. On the surface of leaf, pores are present. That pores are known as stomata. When this leaf pores open, that means this stomata open, what will happen? Carbon dioxide that will diffuse in. We know that carbon dioxide is needed for Calvin cycle for fixing carbon to synthesize glucose molecule. So carbon dioxide that will diffuse in through this stomata. And oxygen, that is a byproduct of photosynthesis that will release out through this stomata. And also water that will also diffuse out through this stomata, that is called the transpiration. Okay, so when stomata open, carbon dioxide will diffuse in, oxygen diffuse out, and also water also diffuse out. We know that in higher temperature, evaporation rate is higher. So plants closes its stomata for reducing water loss by evaporation in higher temperature. If stomata is closed, means carbon dioxide is not able to go inside and oxygen is not come outside. Okay. So oxygen, the byproduct of photosynthesis that will build up inside the leaf. Under this condition, what will happen? Carbon dioxide concentration that will decrease because carbon dioxide is not able to go inside. But the byproduct of oxygen that will accumulate inside this leaf. That's why oxygen concentration will increase. So in this condition, photorespiration will increase. So photorespiration increase when the ratio of carbon dioxide to oxygen is lower. Okay. Carbon dioxide to oxygen ratio is lower means oxygen to carbon dioxide ratio is higher. Okay. So such condition photorespiration will increase. And also this ribosco has high affinity to oxygen when temperature increases. In higher temperature, ribosco has high affinity to oxygen. Okay. But in mild temperature, ribosco has high affinity to carbon dioxide. Okay. So photorespiration occurs in hot dry climate when low carbon dioxide oxygen ratio and high temperature. Low carbon dioxide oxygen ratio means oxygen ratio is higher. That means higher oxygen carbon dioxide ratio. Okay. So ribosco that will fix oxygen instead of carbon dioxide when there is low carbon dioxide oxygen ratio and higher temperature. Normally, this RUBP that will fix carbon dioxide. This ribosco enzyme catalyzing carbon dioxide fixation in normal condition, and that will lead to the production of 2 molecules of phosphoglyceric acid or phosphoglycerate. There are 2 molecules of phosphoglycerate will produce through Calvin cycle. That is a normal function of ribosco. That means that will fix carbon dioxide. Ribosco will fix carbon dioxide and that will produce 2 molecules of phosphoglycerate. This phosphoglycerate is a 3-carbon compound and that will ultimately lead to the production of glucose, sugar. And in low carbon dioxide oxygen ratio and in higher temperature, this same ribosco that will fix oxygen instead of carbon dioxide and that will lead to the production of 1 molecule of phosphoglycerate and 1 molecule of phosphoglycolate. But this phosphoglycolate that is not enrolled in Calvin cycle. This is a mistake of Ribisco. The fixation of oxygen is a mistake of Ribisco enzyme. We know that by mistake our RUBP is fixing oxygen instead of carbon dioxide, and that will produce one molecule of phosphoglycolate and one molecule of phosphoglyceric acid. But this phosphoglycolate is very harmful for plants. So plants have to somehow convert this phosphoglycolate to 3-phosphoglyceric acid. So in C2 cycle salvages 2-phosphoglycolate by converting it into serine and eventually 3-phosphoglyceric acid, which releases carbon dioxide. Okay. So that is photorespiration. In photorespiration, 3 organelles are involved: chloroplast, peroxisome, and mitochondria. Please try to remember these names in correct order. 3 organelles involved in photorespiration are chloroplast, peroxisome, and mitochondria. Okay. So let's see the steps of photorespiration. So here in chloroplast, RUBP is fixing oxygen instead of carbon dioxide with the help of enzyme Ribisco. And that will produce one molecule of phosphoglycolate and one molecule of phosphoglyceric acid. This phosphoglyceric acid that will get inside the Calvin cycle. And this phosphoglycolate is harmful for plants that will convert to glycolate by releasing phosphate. This phosphoglycolate that is a 2-carbon compound. That's why this photorespiration is also known as C2 cycle. And here glycolate is producing. That's why this photorespiration is also known as glycolate cycle. Photorespiration is known as C2 cycle and glycolate cycle. Here glycolate is diffusing into peroxisome. Inside this peroxisome, glycolate is converting to glyoxylate and hydrogen peroxide. Here oxygen is needed. And this hydrogen peroxide, this is harmful and that will suddenly convert to water and oxygen by enzyme catalysis. And this glyoxylate that will convert to glycine. From this peroxisome, glycine will diffuses into mitochondria. The reaction inside the mitochondria is very important because in mitochondria only carbon dioxide is releasing out. So here 2 molecule of glycine is converting to serine, and here ammonia is releasing out. So there is a loss of nitrogen and carbon dioxide is releasing out. So there is a loss of carbon. So here NADH is producing. Okay. So this photorespiration, 25% loss of fixed carbon. Carbon dioxide is releasing out, and so in mitochondria only carbon is losing. Okay, carbon is losing through mitochondria. So here in mitochondria, 2-glycine is converting to serine. Here, from this mitochondria, serine is diffusing into peroxisome. Inside this peroxisome, serine is converting to hydroxypyruvate. Then hydroxypyruvate is converting to glycerate by using NADH. and glycerate is diffusing into chloroplast, and glycerate is converting to 3-phosphoglyceric acid by using ATP. Here ATP is needed. So here this is waste of energy. Here waste of energy. The ATP is utilizing here. Okay, extra ATP is needed. So this is a waste of energy. And this ultimately this phosphoglyceric acid that will get inside Calvin cycle. So here you have to remember, here in chloroplast oxygen is needed, and here also peroxisome oxygen is needed, and mitochondrial step, that is very important. Here 2-glycine is converting to serine. Here ammonia is releasing out, carbon dioxide is also releasing out. Here NADH is producing. So this is the organelle where carbon dioxide is releasing out. Mitochondria is the organelle where carbon dioxide is releasing out. That means loss of carbon, loss of fixed carbon. Okay. This photorespiration is not good for plants. Here you can see that here NADH is needed for converting hydroxypyruvate to glycerate. So it is a reducing power is needed. Here glycerate is converting to phosphoglyceric acid. Here ATP is needed. Energy is needed. So this photorespiration is wasting energy. Photorespiration is wasting energy, and here glucose is not producing. In photorespiration glucose is not producing. So this is reducing sugar synthesis. And here you can see that ammonia is releasing out. Ammonia is releasing out means loss of nitrogen. And carbon dioxide is releasing out, that means loss of fixed carbon. So these are the disadvantages of photorespiration. The disadvantages of photorespiration are photorespiration wastes energy and decrease sugar synthesis, loss of fixed carbon as carbon dioxide, loss of nitrogen as ammonia. Photorespiration need 1 ATP and 1 NADPH or 1 NADH. Even though this photorespiration is harmful for plants, but there are some benefit also. There is some evidence that photorespiration can have photoprotective effect. That means that will prevent light-induced damage. So this photorespiration, that is a harmful process that will compete with Calvin cycle. For avoiding this, for overcome this photorespiration, we can see some adaptation in some plants like C4 and CAM plants. So in C4 and CAM plants, some adaptation to overcome this photorespiration that we will discuss in our upcoming videos. Here one question for you. Which cell organelle is not related with photorespiration? Options are option A mitochondria, option B chloroplast, option C glyosome, option D peroxisome. Please try to answer this question and comment me your answer. Here I am winding up this video. If you like this video and find it helpful, please click the like button, share with your friends and subscribe this channel to get more videos like this. For daily quizzes, MCQs and study materials, please join our Telegram channel. Keep learning. Thank you.